Alright, so today I got for you another very interesting one where we're gonna take a look at not exactly Warframe, but a synergy between Warframes and weapon, specifically status effects, that is quite old but still, we would say, gold here. This is kind of a forgotten strategy. People tend to not do this anymore, and I don't know why. This is one of the more fun ways to do survival missions in the entire game, in my opinion. And I'm gonna explain to you why. So we're gonna go in the normal build right now. The config itself kinda hints what's gonna happen here. But this is a normal Cascadia Flare build where we see like everything is fine. So we go back and then we go back into the build. Now we switch to EV Trinity nuke and damage goes to not available. In fact, if we go back and go back in, the damage is completely gone. There is nothing here. So, what gives? What is this build? Basically, I'm not sure why I have galvanized shot. It should be sure shot, but whatever. You see, my Raven mod has negative damage, status chance, heat, and punch through. This is why I call this Raven gold rule as well. Because now, if I have minus damage here and anemic agility, I reach minus 100% damage, therefore this disappears. I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen this before, but for you veterans that have seen this before when you tested some minus multi-shot and minus damage ravens, this is gonna be a fun ride. Because look at this. You know, oh, you have pathogen rounds. Well, nothing is really able to be put here because I've used any kind of, you know, ability. I could put stunning speed, I guess. That's the only thing. But this is generally it. You just want a lot of status chance, and you're gonna see that because we have a lot of status chance, right now what this correlates to is we shoot, we do 0, but you see the status procs above his head, they're still getting applied. So why is this useful, you may ask? Well, viral, I'm not sure if you know. Oh, we can't even see it here. Viral damage increases damage to health up to 325%. So when you couple this with Trinity's Energy Vampire, which deals 62% max health true damage, this is one of the only abilities in the game, or one of the only instances in the game that deals true damage, which means it bypasses armor completely. It is a flat 62% current health to the enemy. So, in theory, this sounds good. In practice, when paired with Nukor, it does this. So, the damage goes above 100% of their health and they instantly die. And you may be like, okay, but how is this viable? There is no way you just run around and just press this on everyone. And you'd be correct. Even if I, you know, abuse Puncher and just do 2 of them at the same time, or even like more of them. I can do this too. This is still not viable. So how does it become viable? Well, you add this funny ability called Marked for Death, where the target you mark for death takes more damage, and then killing them will take the damage to everyone around them. So if we just do 10 stacks on this guy, then mark for death, and now vampire, that happens. Yeah. Because, and this is perfect, because if you see, this is current health, so if I take their health down even a little bit, this build becomes worse every single time. So Trinity is one of the good abusers of this. There are 2 amazing abusers for this in the game. There may be more now, but I haven't experimented as much. But yeah, Trinity can do this forever. Because this is max health, this is like current health, it scales with enemy health. It doesn't matter what enemy level is, it will one-shot them just like you see here. So that's one of the characters that can abuse this method, and I do love playing this kind of Trinity. This is the only kind of Trinity I play nowadays. The other one is surprisingly Revenant. You guys may not know this, but Reeve deals 135% of an enemy's max health. What we're gonna see though is that if we just Reeve an enemy, right now I'm using a normal build, it doesn't deal quite as much as 135% health. So this one actually doesn't go through armor. So now I have a build with way less strength, and now we're like 65% health. So how is this gonna work? Well, if we put the one ability on someone, then it triples this ability's damage, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure if it's triple or quadruple, but it is a lot. And for some reason, you have to do this combo in this specific order, or else it doesn't work. If any of you just tell me, okay, but my Revenant doesn't do that, I have your build and everything, it's the order, trust me. I will show you after that if I do anything else different, these guys are not gonna be one-shot. But basically, you start with one, you prime him with Nukor, then you add Mark for Death, and then you press 3. And it one-shots everyone. So now I'm gonna do something else and show you that it doesn't work otherwise. So I'm now gonna mark this guy first, and then press 1, then mark for death, and then 3. As you saw, it kills the first guy, but the other guys take almost 0 damage, so... Not sure what's going on there. I feel like the first ability doesn't multiply damage from Nukor, it just adds it after you do it, so you have to start with 1, then prime him, then mark for death, and then 3. And I know it's pretty weird, but I mean, it works. If it works, it works. Best thing about it is that you still have 10 Mesmer Skin stacks, and this costs basically 0 energy. As you see, even if I spam all my abilities, you see that the whole setup costs like 50 energy, so very easy to get. So, you know, you can make this guy one-shot. Not only can he tank now, he can actually one-tap everyone. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wonderful? I love this game. So yeah, experiment, you guys. You may never know what you can find in this game, because, you know, I do believe this Revenant setup is kind of broken, because it does scale with enemy max health. The only issue is this doesn't bypass armor, so on high level it should probably not scale as much, but I'm gonna be honest, I have not tried it. The Trinity setup though 100% scales infinitely, because it is true damage, so this bypasses armor. And honestly, you can find a lot of synergies with this Kuva Nukor build if you search long enough. Before I started this video, I tried making an Oberon setup, but it didn't work. Dagath could work probably. Ash maybe, I don't know. There should be some stuff that could work with a Nukor build like this. It's just a matter that you find out. And honestly, I'm gonna keep experimenting, so stay tuned for that. But this is just the, you know, this is the way that you guys need to think about when playing this game. The strongest thing may be obvious, but the most fun thing is never.